So one last topic I want to cover with you today for today's faculty meeting, and then you're through looking at videos for me, is regarding parent communication, really communication with anybody regarding email. We tend to be sometimes a little overly reliant on email as a tool for communication. Email's a fine tool for communication for just a quick little word or to deliver a little information, something like that. But sometimes we get overly reliant on email, and especially in communication of important issues, and things that come from a screen sometimes are misinterpreted. For example, if I were putting all of this into words and throwing it in an email to you, you might perceive it as some sort of harsh edict or some sort of accusatory something or another, that kind of thing. But when I'm speaking to you here with my voice, and you see my expressions, and you see that I'm happy and I'm not mad at you and that kind of thing, you see a completely different version of the message that's being communicated. And so in person is the best method of communication, ideally. If you have the opportunity to sit down with somebody and talk to them face to face, that's the best method. Second best is picking up the telephone. I had a good friend not long ago, actually one of my former assistant principals, who wrote a blog post, and I loved his blog post because he said he called it the least often used app. And I'll show you what the least often used app on your phone was. You can't see it super well on this, but the least often used app on our cell phones today is the phone app. So it was really funny. But it's true. We tend to want to hide behind a computer screen, maybe because we think it's more convenient, maybe because we think it's less confrontational. We'll use our computer screens to convey messages, and sometimes those messages are misinterpreted. I think of an example recently where a parent had a concern and they voiced it to some staff via email. And it blew up into this big, I call it email war, because it's just back and forth and who's going to fire the next shot across the bow and that kind of thing. And these big old long scrolling emails that really could have been prevented, and I think the relationship actually preserved with the family had we had face-to-face communication with one another. Sometimes families resist that. A lot of times, especially ones that really want to be bold in their words that they send through an email, because we tend to be a lot bolder with our wording behind a computer screen than we are in person or talking on the telephone. We tend to be a little nicer when we're in person and on the phone. So my admonition to us is, if you ever receive a scrolling email that has just all of these questions that they want answered and that kind of thing, whether it's from a fellow staff member, whether it's from a student, whether it's from a parent, whoever it is, pick up the phone. When in doubt, pick up the phone. If you're concerned that your message is not going to be received in the way you intended, pick up our friend the phone. Riley, isn't she cute? Yeah, anyway. If you're in doubt about whether or not you're going to get a long scrolling email back, pick up our friend the phone. If you have good news to deliver to a parent, pick up the phone. If you have bad news to deliver to a parent, it's going to go over a lot easier if you pick up the phone. Sometimes you'll leave a voicemail. Sometimes they're not available. They'll probably call you back. If they don't, well, you've done your due diligence. Do what you can. But by and large, if you pick up the phone, things will go better for you.